What is going on, guys? Vuxury here. In today's video we will be reviewing the new Mercedes GLE. To our right we have the 63 trims, to our left we have the 450 trims. We'll get more into detail on the 450s in just a second, but I'd like to give a huge shout out to Cade for letting me review this. He's also hiding in the corner. But yes, this vehicle was also modeled by Cade. We're going to save the best for last, and we're going to start off with the 450 trims. So as you see, we have one of each. These are a little different from each other, but let's get into it. So the SUV one is a 450. There's nothing special about it. It's just a 450 trim. But the coupe version in the back is a 450 AMG line. So this looks like a higher trim Mercedes, although it's just a 450. So keep that in mind. We're going to start off with the 450 SUV version. So let's get into it. As you see, nothing too special. Now we're gonna rev it. This also has Mercedes' famous fake exhaust. First, we're gonna go over my favorite detail about the lighting. So if you actually turn on a turn signal, the DRLs turn off like normal, but when you turn them off, they fade back in with a cool effect. Really cool. This is on some other Mercedes that are in game already, but I find this very cool that this is also on the GLE. I agree with Cade with this. He said this has the best horn in GV. I think I agree. Anyways, you get the point. Lighting, as you see, there's the tail lights, here's the headlights. So also, if you turn the turn signals with your lights on, the DRLs don't do that cool fading effect, so keep that in mind. One thing about this car, this actually has some enhanced suspension. Cade did some nice little tweaking, so it's very realistic for a SUV. So let's drive it. Before we get into the drive though, I would like to point out something that Cade has fixed on this car that Greenville cars have been having for a while. Those cars in particular are the ones that share the same light for the turn signal and the brake light. So if you hold the brake and you use your turn signal, as you see, it switches to the turn signal. But if you turn the turn signal off, it goes back to normal. It doesn't have that issue where the brake light just stays off. Really good, and I'm glad Cade fixed that. So now let's drive it. This isn't a fast trim, so we're gonna drive it how you should. As you see, this is a full acceleration. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but then again, it's the 450, so this is not even a 53 model. So this is basically the trim you would want to get if you want a trim that's not a base model, but one that's not a performance version. You just want a GLE. This is the trim that you would get. This color is pretty nice. I don't know prices and such, so don't ask me. But yeah, let's go over that handling. So as you can see, it's a bit wobbly as it is a SUV. It's not the most sturdy thing that you can get, but yeah, the suspension is also very soft, which I like. As you can see, when I go over the bumps and such, the suspension just floats. It's not like rock solid because this is a Mercedes after all, so it won't be rock solid. I am hitting some pretty hard bumps though, but it's doing its best at, you know, eating the bumps up. This is no off-roader though, so keep that in mind. Now we'll move on to the GLE 450 AMG line coupe. Here's the startup. You guessed it, more fake exhaust. Let's go over lighting. Turn signals in the rear, front. They also have that cool effect. Horn, best horn in GV. Yeah, you get the point. Headlights, it's gonna be the same. This is literally just the same car in a coupe form, so it looks a little different. It is an AMG line, but there's literally no changes. So let's go ahead and drive. This one's also a casual trim, I guess you could say. This time we're gonna go this way, switch it up a bit. So yeah, it's a little stop sign, but you know, we don't stop at stop signs. Let's see what top speed we can hit. I'm pretty sure it is the same, so it's kind of a waste of time, but we'll get to 100 and do a little brake test because why not, you know? Brakes are pretty good, And yeah, that's the coupe version. You could take a closer look at it. Nothing crazy about this car at all, actually. It's just a coupe. But yeah, you got the fake exhaust. Same on the other trim. This one's a bit aggressive as it does sit high, I do have to say, but you know, it just looks a little bit more aggressive to me compared to the SUV. The SUV looks a lot more casual compared to the coupe versions of this car in general, so keep that in mind. And also, I do prefer this one over the SUV now. It used to be the other way around, but I like the GLE coupe more. Now this trim is kind of the meh trim. If you want something that's a little luxurious, but you don't want like something super fast, you don't want that V8 gas guzzler, then you can go for this. This is the 450 AMG pack. I'm pretty sure the SUV might have a 450 AMG pack also, so keep that in mind. We're at the part of the video that you've all been waiting for, the 63s. Now, a lot of people will be buying the 63, but I feel like some RP servers will ban the 63 based off my observations of driving this. I also did get a chance to drive the 53 trim, which was actually pretty good. So this 63 SUV is looking very hot, so we're gonna go ahead and get in this one first. Okay, so we have some questionable exhausts, I do have to say. The exhaust pipes are real, but they go out of those tips, which look questionable. We got a nice diffuser, got a detailed muffler. You got a little bit of chrome, well, a good amount of chrome around this car. This car is also available in the night pack if you don't want all the chrome. But one huge thing about it, it of course has a V8 engine. It has a V8 engine with some burbles. Those sound really good. This has the cool turn signal effect. Mirror turn signals. Horn. We're not gonna hold it as that. Yeah, you get the point. Lights. Brake lights. All the lights. So yeah, it even fixes itself when you use your hazards, which is really cool. But you've been waiting for this. This car's a lot faster than that 450 I showed off. Like a lot faster. So the handling is actually different on this. You may not notice it from the video, but Kate let me know that the handling is actually different on the higher trims compared to the 450 ones. So it's going to keep pushing. Top speed's 175 miles per hour. We hit it so fast that we hit it in the first straight. But yes, this does have soft suspension also, as you can see. Do not mind Greenville bugging. It's literally a Greenville bug I've been experiencing. As you can hear, it's still making sound, although I'm not driving. But yeah, look at that suspension flex. You're really not supposed to do this in your $100,000 Mercedes-Benz, but I'm Vuxury, so I don't care. As you can see, that wheel's all tucked out. That's all. Yeah, it looks bad. Don't do this in your Benz, please. But I'm just showcasing the soft suspension. We need some speed bumps, so if you do this, as you can see, it just eats the bumps up. But that's really what you want in a Mercedes-Benz if you think about it. But yeah, this car handles, it doesn't handle the best, but it is a SUV, and Cade specifically tweaked this to handle like a SUV. So don't expect it to outhandle the current GT63 four-door sedan that we have in game right now. But yeah, let's do some hood rat stuff. As you see, it bounced a bit there. But yeah, it's easy to control. It does get a little sketch if you keep throwing some solemns a little too much. As you can see, you can get a little oversteer. Quite fun. Lastly, we have the GLE 63 Coupe. This is the exact same spec as this one, so there's no AMG line or nothing because it is a AMG. The difference between these two though, I noticed this has red brake calipers, but nothing crazy for real. Start up. There's the muffler, let's rev it. As you see, exact same car. This does handle a little different as it is lighter according to Cade. I haven't noticed it yet, but you know, I've only driven this a little bit. I haven't even got in much driving time myself with this car, so it's It's really for you to experience with. But yeah, as you see, this also has the soft suspension like the other one, really bouncy, except this one got wrapped into a tree. Wow. Anyways, don't mind Roblox sound lagging. It's really an issue that I've been having ever since I joined the server. It's not my Wi-Fi. The sound's really just not synced up, as you can see, which is like really bad, but I don't know. But yeah, that will conclude today's car review video. Stay tuned for more videos with these GLEs, because this is not the only GLE related video that I'll be posting. So yeah, it's been Vuxury, and I am out.